Hi everyone. I am just setting up here. Oh geez. And I'm making a big old mess. I'm trying to set up my iPad so that I can look at it and look at the comments. Oh, let me lower this. So that I can see my comments while I am painting here. So never mind my hand all over the place. All right. Hello, everyone. All right, let me move this back a little. Carrie, I'm doing what you suggested, and I am watching the video on on my iPad while I paint so that I don't have to keep getting up to stare at the camera, at the phone, I should say. Oh, Sama, thank you. That's really sweet of you. Hi, Maddie. All right, I think we are good. All right. So, oh, poor Maddie. I hope she feels better. So, today we are going to, you guys voted on painting this cactus, and I have two of them here. I have that one, and I have this one, just to kind of show you two different things that you can do. Oh, Sama, it's 10 at night where you are. Oh, good, Pearl Amore. That's awesome. So you'll be paint. Is anyone else painting along with me today? Let me know. All right. So this is what we are painting today, and it's a fairly simple piece. And you don't have to, whenever you draw your cactus, you don't have to draw it this way. You can draw it whichever way you want, but it's a very, very simple piece. So hopefully it won't take more than the hour here. And it is snowing outside. It is snowing so badly. Oh, whoops. So this is my Blue Pine Arts journal, and I started it upside down for some reason. So now I can't continue it the right side up. I have to continue it the wrong side. So we're starting basically from the back and moving our way forward. So these are some illustrations I did. Okay. So the first thing that I am going to do for this is, and you don't have to do this, I'm going to tape down the edges of my paper. I didn't do it on this piece. Obviously, you don't have to do it on your piece. You can start at the edge. But the reason that I want to tape down my paper is because I don't want the colors to leak onto any of the other pages. So I'm just going to tape down the edges for that. So if you are painting in a sketchbook, that's one of the reasons why you might want to tape down your edges to protect your other pages. Kay says I need to learn the moon and paper boat. Oh yeah, we can definitely do the moon and paper boat. The paper boat took me a really long time to sketch because I used a ruler with it so that I could get all the lines straight. But hopefully if you guys pick that in one of the next paint with me tutorials, then we won't have to take too long on the sketch. But that sketch took me forever. Oh, my brother's on. Hi, Brian. All right, so we are taping down the edges. I'm just going to tape it to the back. Kay, this sketchbook or this watercolor book, I love this book. It's so good. I have about 4 or 5 of them. And I just ordered a little one, like a small version of it to take on the go. All right, so I'm taping down my edges. Again, you don't have to tape yours down, but if you want to protect your pages, you can. If you're working on a single paper, you don't need to. Girl, the sketchbooks are not expensive, but the shipping is expensive. It's Etsy international shipping is ridiculous. And my mama's here. My whole family is here. My brother, B. Manning, and my mama is here. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to do a very light sketch of the cactus. So I'll show it to you once more. We're going to do just a very light sketch of it. And this one is a really simple one. It's just about laying colors down. And I don't even blend them. I just lay the colors down next to each other. So I'm going to put that next to me while I do a light sketch. It doesn't really have to be light either. You can make it dark because we are going over the lines with our fine liner. Whoops, my hand is super shaky today. My sister is watching you too. Hi, Sam's sister. All right. There's going to be some erasing, just so that you're aware. And again, if you have any questions or anything while we are sketching or painting, feel free to go ahead and ask. And I already made a mistake, so I'm going to correct that in 1 second. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Okay, we are going to add a little guy here. So this is just a series of ovals and circles, and so it doesn't really take a lot of drawing skill, which is right up my alley because I don't have a lot of drawing skills. So there we go. A little guy there. Let's add another big one here, and they don't have to be obviously perfect. They don't have to be symmetrical because really nothing in nature is. We'll add that guy there. Let's add another big one up here. And one next to it. I have a lot of questions if the paper can tolerate a lot of water. This one can definitely tolerate a lot of water. For my galaxy paintings and moon paintings, so for instance, this one here used a lot of water on the edges, so I didn't need to worry about this paper. So this paper, sometimes it looks a little bit, it looks like it's pilling when you're actually painting it, but that goes away almost immediately. This is the Blue Pine Arts journal, the Blue Pine Arts watercolor journal, by watercolor gal Trupti from Blue Pine Arts. So this is her journal that she sells in her shop, for those of you just joining. And it's definitely one of my favorite journals. I have 5 of them in different sizes. And this has handmade paper in it. All right, and when you're done with your cactus, you can add like flowers and stuff on it, like a blooming cactus, but I am not good with florals. I'm trying to improve, so I will not be adding any florals, but you can if you want to. All right, so as I said in my stories, for the supplies that you'll need, you will need any size brush. So your brush size really depends on how big you made your drawing, your pencil sketch. So if you made a little one, then you don't need a really big brush. You can use a smaller brush. I am going to use the size 7 Craftimo, which is has become really one of my favorite brushes, but to put the water down, I'm going to use a bigger brush. So for the water, I will use, let's see, to put my water down, I'll use the size 10 Princeton. Oh, look, her journals are on sale. So yeah, I really highly recommend these journals. So we're going to start painting this little guy over here. So when you're painting the cactus, since they're all like their little separate entity, you want to just put water down on one at a time. So we're going to start with this one and wet the entire area. Oh, 15% off. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But I have 3 that I haven't used yet, so I think I'm going to stop buying them for now because the shipping is really expensive. Sometimes the shipping can cost almost as much as what you're buying. The international shipping can cost almost as much as what you're buying. So you can use any colors for your cactus. I know I didn't really mention what colors, so you can use any colors. There's not a specific color that needs to be used. Good night, Sama. All right. So I wet my paper. And I'm going in wet on wet. And if you don't know what wet on wet is, it's just wet your wet brush, on wet paper. Yeah, Danielle, the shipping does take forever. I think for my last batch, I waited a little bit over a month for the books to ship. Or to get here, not to ship. It took about a week and a half to 2 weeks for them to ship. So the first thing that I'm doing is laying some color where the cacti meet. The good thing about this paper is that it stays wet fairly long. So I am using, of course you already know which purple I'm using. I'm using Bright Clear Violet by Magello Mission Gold. And you all know how much I love Bright Clear Violet and Viridian. They're my 2 favorites from Magello. And so much so that I just ordered another few tubes of them. All right, then I'm going to go in with some Phthalo Turquoise on the side. So I don't blend these in. I just let them do their thing. I just touch the colors and I don't do much of anything else. Plum Good. Yes, I love Plum Good. I like to make my skies out of Plum Good. For those of you who don't know, Plum Good is one of the colors from my personal line of paints. All right. I think I'm going to darken up the purple a little.
I have returned.
You have returned. Yay. My wife just got back. All right, so I'm going to darken up the purple a little. Because watercolor dries a lot lighter than when you first put it down. Thank you.
Oh, I got you this.
You got coffee.
I got myself this, but you can have the rest of it.
Oh, a Kit Kat. Yeah. All right, and I'm going to add some of the turquoise in here.
Is Kim there?
And bring out some...
Is Kim there?
No, Kim is not here yet. Bring out some of the purples into the green.
What are you painting?
A cactus.
Oh. Wait, what?
Yes, a cactus. Okay.
What's this part? I'm not gonna touch it.
Did you hear my intake of breath? I was like, okay. Oh, look, Mama says hi.
Hi, Mama. We're coming to see you soon.
Thank you, Svetlana. All right, so now we are done with this one. So don't mess with it too much. After you put your color down, if you wanted to blend it a little, you can. I pulled some of the purple into the blue, the phthalo blue, because it was too stark, the difference. So we are going to move on to one that's not touching this one, because if you obviously, you know, well, if you're new, you probably don't know this too much, but if I were to wet this one, or that one, the colors will bleed into the other side. So we are
Isn't there something you could put down as like a line?
Yes, you can mask it off, but you don't need to.
Oh, you know who else loves phthalo blue? Bob Ross.
Bob Ross loves phthalo blue. So we're going to go to the one on top. I hope you are enjoying the side conversations here. The technique is sort of the same as Galaxy, although I don't blend it as much. Sometimes I just put the color down and leave it. With the Galaxies, I really do like to blend it a lot more than this. And the only reason that I added, or I blended it a little here, was because the purple was a little darker than the phthalo blue. So let's see. For the top one, I can't even tell you what color it is, because this is just a mix of all of the colors that I have here. So I'm just going to pull that color in. So that's like 3 or 4 colors in there. So we're going to start at the top. You can start anywhere you like. And then we are going to add another color in there. All right. So as you can see, with the Galaxies, I do a lot of blending, and with this one, I try not to. Just let the colors do what they want. Oh, there's a hair on my brush. Cats.
Isn't your brush made of hair?
Ha ha ha.
Whatever.
Don't you just love that, though, having all these weird colors that you've made up and strange little things, and you just never knowing? Where do I get my paints? The majority of the paints are the ones that I make, but the ones that I'm using now, this palette, is a mix of several types of paints, and I get them from Amazon and from Blick online. All right, we're going to move on to another one. Let's do this one. Oh, I forgot to switch brushes.
Jason just texted me and he said, "Did I just see your finger on Vanessa's Instagram show?"
He's watching?
Yeah.
Hi, Jason. All right, so we're going to move on to one that isn't touching. Yeah, so Blick online has very affordable paints of the name brand ones. They're fairly affordable. What brand of paints am I using? Well, on my palette, this is my Galaxy palette. On this palette, I have a mix of Daniel Smith, Magello Mission Gold, Sennelier, and M. Graham. So it's just a random hodgepodge of colors. All right, so what color are we going to do over here? Let's add a little green on this one. And this is going to be a super colorful cactus. So we're going to add a little bit of green, and we'll bring in the purple with this one as well. just to kind of give it a little bit of uniformity. So let's add some purple. Okay, remember what I told you last time, Kay? You have to finish your piece before passing judgment on it. Okay. Yes, I really love to work with super bright colors. So you'll see a lot of that in my paintings. Pull some of that green in here. Okay. Now, this is still fairly wet. So let's move on to another. I'm going to have to turn my paper. So we're going to work upside down so I could work on the other side. Sophie, you should. Although I really love your work, your art. All right, this one. Again, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Just make sure that whatever piece of the cactus you're working on, it's not touching one of the pieces that you just finished. Thank you, Jason. Sprouty's godfather is on. That's J&J Buffalo.
He's my best friend, okay? He's more than Sprouty's
godfather. He's our bestie and Maggie's godfather. And weird. Sprouty's godfather. No. Okay, so here's the tricks for Kay and for Perlamore. If you feel like your cactus is a mess, when you're done with it, just splatter paint all over it. It makes it look really cute. Promise. All right, so I'm going to take another mix of this pinkish color and put that on the bottom. It's true. Perlamore, anytime that I feel like I mess something up, I'll just splatter paint all over it. And I'm like, haha, it's a work of art. See, Kay knows. Kay knows it's my go-to. I don't really like that pink, so let me get something else. I'm going to add a touch of red to that. All right, I just darkened up my pink a little by adding some red to it. Oh, let's go back to purple. I'm excited to see it. I love seeing when everyone posts the work that they did while they were painting with me. You know, I don't even know if these cactus are this colorful, but all I know is that I really like painting them in lots of weird, funky colors. I'm gonna darken this up. And you don't want to make it too dark because we are going to be using our fine liner over it. All right, I'm turning this back around. And I don't really like that color. I'm gonna go over that one again. I don't like the way this one came out. Let's do some purple. Where do I get inspiration for my pieces? Sometimes it just kind of comes to me. Sometimes I'll just have like a vision of something in my head. Like I'm not sure if you saw on my feed that weird like camera with the moon on it. That just kind of like came to me. And then sometimes I will see pictures online and, you know, I kind of gain inspiration from the pictures, from other people's posts. And when I'm really stuck, I'll do a challenge. I'll do one of the art challenges that are going around. And I do those quite often. Sometimes I don't post them because sometimes, it doesn't look the best. But most times I do. All right, so now we are going to move on to this little guy over here. No, Sama, it probably does not look bad. We need to finish it first before we critique our paintings. I said it during the last live. Most of my paintings usually go through a really ugly phase where I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? This is so ugly. But usually by the end, it looks okay and you can kind of fix it up. Like I did there. I didn't really like that color scheme, so I just fixed it up. It's a lot darker than I'd like, but hey. All right. And then we'll add some line work at the ends of it, and that also helps to kind of bring it all together. Did you break yours, Kay? It's not working. And we're going to go into this one with some green. That's too much water. Kay broke her painting. All right. And you see this one, I don't have to do much to it. I'm just going to leave it like that. And I think I'm going to add another blue and green one here. Does worst painting? All of the painting gets acknowledged. Just post it. I really want to see it. So blending works the best when you really get to know your colors, Sama. You'll know which colors blend well together and which don't, and which need a little bit of coaxing and which don't. So yeah, in order to blend, not Sama, Jason. In order to blend, you really need to kind of just get to know the colors that you're working with. Have I ever thought of drawing realistic things? I have, but I am really bad at drawing. So I've practiced a bit, but I'm still really bad at it. So no. I mean, my landscapes are semi-realistic, but yeah, no. And just clean your brush off in between each color so that you don't contaminate them. Yes, my mama painted some tulips. They're really cute. Say hi to my mom, everyone. It's Mariska. That's my mom there. Oh, Jason. Yes, that painting was, but it was like a silhouette, so it was really easy. I didn't have to draw anybody's features, and I didn't have to draw anything really specific. So Jason commissioned me to paint one of the silhouettes that's on my feed of a little boy in a silhouette with a sunset background, and I loved that one. But it is realistic because it's very it looks just like the photo, but it was easy because it was just a lot of laying down color and I didn't have to do a lot of details. So that's that. All right. I'm going to add also some green here since there's a lot of purples. So I'm going to balance it out by adding some green there. Maybe a little turquoise and purple there. But first we have to wet the page. So let's water this down or wet it. Okay, don't quit. Just keep going. You'll fix it at the end. Keep going. So Even if it does look bad, at least you'll have some practice. So just keep going. We'll count that as the practice piece. All right, so we're wetting this piece here. And we are adding some blue on this side. Let me move my paper again so I don't stick my hands in my paint. We're adding some blue here. Yeah, what kind of paper are you using, Kay? I thought you bought some arches. Hi, Ariana.
Hi.
All right. And I'm going to bring that together in with some purple. And just kind of let it blend in. Hopefully it'll blend in on its own. Let's move the paper. Oh, okay. I use Canson to practice all the time. As a matter of fact, this first piece that I did was on Canson paper. That was back before I really got to know and love arches. All right, now let's move on to these three. Oh, wait. This needs a little color here. I put too much water there. There we go. Let me pick some of this water up as well. Hi, Julia. Okay. What do you mean by lumpy? That's weird. All right, so let us go back to the turquoise. Oh, whoops, I need to put water down first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
And my water's turning blue, so you can see that the paper is turning blue. So Kay's cactus got run over.
Cactus got run over
by a reindeer. I'm going to try a different color blue on this one. Oh, that's a good idea, Danielle. I'm using the Canson for gouache. I still really like the Canson for like practice pieces. It really helps you. It really helps with the practicing of the watercolors. I'm turning my page because I'm getting paint on my on myself here. All right, so I'm going in with peacock blue. And again, there is really like I'm just laying color down. I'm not putting it down in any particular order, but I'm sticking to kind of like the same couple of colors so that the cactus looks like a uniform piece. I don't really like the way the pink looked on it. That's why I went over it over here, but I'll add a little bit. Love you, Jason. See you. Jason says bye.
Okay.
Thank you for stopping by, babe. All right, so this one has 3 colors. Yeah. Fine, Kay. I will add more. I'll add it to the small pieces. All right. We will add some pink over here to the center one. And maybe over here. We'll add the pink and the purple there. Even though I don't really like it the way it looked, but that's okay. All right, so there we go with that, and let's grab this pink for Kay. Oh, fine. Maddie's sick, so Maddie gets the pink. Sorry about that. My phone decided to tell me that the battery was very low, so I had to plug it in. All right. So I don't know if Carrie, you heard me, but I said hello. Thank you for joining. She keeps poking my painting. Hi, Kayla. All right. There's Maddie's pink. Let's turn it again. And now we can work on this middle one. This one I am using a size 7 Craftimo. Naps are great, Carrie. I fully approve of that. Last week's video, I put it up on my YouTube channel. I was having a little bit of trouble putting it up last week, so it took me forever, but it went up last night. So if you want to learn how to do the bookmarks, you can go onto my YouTube channel. There's a link in my profile. And hopefully I'll put this week's video up today, barring any unforeseen circumstances. This video that we're doing right now. Just in case you were wondering.
So wait, this video?
Yeah.
The one that you're doing now?
The one that I'm doing right now.
That's what you're going to put up?
This video, yes.
The one that you're doing.
All right, so we're adding some pink for Maddie. And this pink is mixed with like purple and some other stuff, so that's why it's like a dusky pink. We'll add some purple. And a pretty small one. I love the size 12s. The size 10s and 12s are my favorite brushes. And if you paint big stuff like, you know, skies and galaxies and moons, then those are perfect sizes. I actually just bought this Craftimo brush, and I really like it.
I really like you.
That's good to know. All right, let's add some of this pink down here. And over here. All right, we don't have much to go. We just have this little baby right here, and then the big one at the bottom. Okay. So we are tying them together, so a little bit more pink and purple. Not too much. And if you want a more pastel look, like the first one that I did, then don't go in as dark with the colors. And don't add any extra layers. So if you wanted a lighter look like this one. All right, last one. So last one is a pretty big one, so I'm switching to a size 10 to put the water down so I can get coverage, more coverage a little quicker. Carrie, I don't have that many videos on my YouTube, but I have a few. I always forget to put videos up there, so the last time I put one up there before this one was many, many months back. But one of my all-time favorite things that I've ever painted, which is the Little Prince planet, that one is up there. So that one makes me happy. Oh, thank you, Inkplay. Okay. We are going to add a little bit of purple over here and then a little bit of green to tie it all together. Oh, oh, Pearl Amore. Okay, and then we're gonna add some green. That teal is Daniel Smith's Phthalo Blue Green shade. Hi Reagan, yes, this purple is my absolute favorite purple, and it is Bright Clear Violet by Magello Mission Gold. So I have it in every single palette that I use. I have a palette for everything, and I use that one in every single one. All right, so we are done. And since this is cotton paper, it's going to take forever to dry, so I'm going to speed the process along by using my hairdryer. So if your phones are up, you might want to turn it down for a sec. Wait, it's not working. Carrie, I've never used the dot cards, but I've seen them and I want them so bad. But I was like I put myself on like a paint buying strike, except I broke it because I needed more bright clear violet. All right, so I am going to use my fine liner to outline the cactus. And you do not have to be careful about it at all. You don't have to trace exactly around it, because if you look here, there are many places where I went above the watercolor and, you know, below the watercolor line, and I really like that look. So you don't have to be very careful about it. Just go ahead and, you know, play with it. So just start tracing around each one. This is the fun part. This is what kind of like brings it all together. Thank you, Mama. All right. We are getting down to the last one. And you don't have to use, obviously, a waterproof liner because we are not going back in with the watercolor. So all of them have been traced, and they're not super neat, so they don't have to be. And now we're going to go in. You can either continue to use a fine liner or use a bigger one like a Sharpie. Oh, this one is actually the fine liner. You can use like the tip of a Sharpie because we're going to put the black dots on the cactus now. Okay. So to put the black dots, I don't just randomly put them in. I put them in, how do I say this? I go along kind of like the shape of the cactus in a line going down. So I'm going to start at the top and it is kind of easier with a Sharpie, but you can use a fine liner if you want. Let's add some here. And we're going to do that with each cactus or each piece of the cactus that you have. So it goes quicker when you use a broader, like marker, a broader tipped marker. And it doesn't have to be super straight, but just give it at least the illusion that they're going down in a line. Okay. And so if you're not very happy with the way that you painted it, all of the touches that we are adding now kind of make it a little bit more forgiving, and they hide a lot of the flaws that you think you may have had. And I'm talking to you, Kay. Because all of these little details kind of just like mask a lot of the things that you may not like. And this looks a little bit weird, but it's going to all come together, I promise you. Once we start adding the white highlights. Okay. So we've put our little prickly dotties, that's what we're calling them, on the cactus. And the next part is to take your white pen, your white gel pen, or a white, you can take some white gouache and use a very tiny, tiny brush to do this. Then what we're going to start doing is, if you take a look at this, let me bring it in close. You'll see that I did the black dots first, and then I added just a little dot right next to it of white. Okay, so we're going to do that with all of the other ones. In Japan, it's customary to give gifts for many occasions. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Oh, this would be a really cute gift. How much longer? Oh, Tati is on spring break, Carrie, until Sunday. But she's coming back next weekend because I bought tickets to go see Rent because it's the 20th anniversary of Rent. And that is our absolute favorite play ever. I've seen it like 20 times. So the live sale is going to be it's going to be next Saturday. We just have to figure out a time. All right, so you don't want to completely cover the black, so we're just adding like a little dot of white. So don't completely cover that black up. Okay. And you can put it just off to the side a little or right on top of it. But you don't want to cover the black because the black is going to be the shadow. Okay, so Danielle, a live sale is, and I've done one before, where I go through my entire inventory of paint. I swatch them out for you, and you can buy them on the spot. It doesn't go through my store. It's all done on Instagram. And also you can do custom orders. So the last live that I did, I did all of the shimmers. And I was supposed to get around to doing the regular colors, and I just never did because Tati went back to school. So I swatch out all the shimmers, and Tati takes all of the orders. We play games. I give away free paint. It's really fun. I think the last live sale went like 2 hours. I had a really great time. But then after that, I was making paints for like 2 months because I had so many custom orders. But it was so much fun. So we're gonna do that next Saturday. And I'll put a notice up in my stories for both accounts, for the Sprout Creative and for Vanessa Paints. So if you see here doing the little white next to the black, gives it the illusion that the white is like the spiky part sticking out and the black is the shadow. That's why you want to do it just either like right on it or right off to the side and leaving some of the black. Yeah, you know what? It was, and you don't have to buy, even I had, I think 3 or 4 giveaways, and you don't have to buy anything. Everyone is eligible to be in the giveaway. And it was just really nice, just, having a bunch of people talking about the paints and the process. And it was just a really good time. Oh, hi, Carrie. It was going on for like 2 hours. And I really thought, Carrie, during that live sale, I really thought that I would get through the regular colors, but it was like I was exhausted by the end. Tati was a hoot. She is like the class clown. So I really like to have her with me because she she really like loves to, she's my social butterfly, let's say that. When I do my in-person workshops, she is my my opening act. She loosens everybody up and gets everybody in a good mood. All right, so it was a little bit crazy. That's why I left it for her. I told her, I was like, I gave her a notebook and I gave her all of the colors of the paints and I said, you take care of it. And she did. She did a really good job. Okay, the white didn't help. All right, we are almost done with my little white dots. And I really just like how the white just makes it pop. And it just makes the whole piece just a little bit more vibrant. All right, last one here. And then after this, we're doing the final finishing touches. All right. So let me bring it up so that you can see. Oh no, it is. I forgot about that. I didn't even notice that, Carrie. Thanks for pointing it out. Okay. So There we go. It's not lonely anymore. All right, so we're going to go back to our fine liner. And we are going to add little spikes coming out of the cactus. So you can add them on top and also on the inside of them. And obviously not everywhere, but just a couple here and there. So we're going to do that now. And it's fairly simple. Just hold the pen down and lift it up and just kind of like, so you don't want to do like a line. You want to flick your pen. Take it and flick it. Flick it. See? Super simple. If you have really dark spots like I do, you won't be able to see it. So try to put some in the light spots. And you can have them sticking out in different directions. You can have 3 in one. You can just have 1. I am hating on the pink. So let's see. There. We'll have some here. And oh, let's not forget little bub again. And here. Sprout is crying. There we go. Babe? Babe? Okay, she cannot hear me. She is sitting right next to me. Babe.
Yes.
Sprout is crying. She's
Okay.
screaming. All right, so
I'm watching
then.
Twisted Wig. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, is that why you're choking with laughter?
She's hilarious.
So I am going to take my washi tape off. Obviously, if you don't have any, then you don't have to take anything off. And we're done. See, that one was super, super simple. And these are really cute. I used to make these on, I bought a bunch of watercolor paper cards. And these are really cute, quick ones to put on the front of the cards. It's a very quick and easy painting. So that's it. If you do make your own, tag me in it and put the hashtag Vanessa Paints. If you just put my name in the comments or the caption of your picture, I won't always be able to see it because my comments or my notifications get buried. You can only have so many notifications. So if you do make something inspired by me or something from one of our live painting tutorials, tag me in the picture because that way the notification shows up on my feed, and I'll be able to see it. I hate it when I miss seeing, you know, something that where someone tagged me in the comments. So make sure you tag me. Okay, all you have to do is practice. Take a piece of your Arches paper and, sorry, somebody called. So take a piece of your Arches paper and cut it into 4 or 5 pieces and practice on that. Pearl Amore, you restarted. Okay, so use your first ones as practice, but now you have, you know, the process. So I'm going to put this over on my YouTube today. I have 40 seconds remaining, so I'm going to talk quickly. I'm going to put this over on my YouTube today. I'll post it in my stories when it's done, and I'll take a picture of this finished piece and post it either this afternoon or tomorrow. If you have any questions at all, you can DM me, and I will answer.